Hello everybody. We have another game of Goreshade 4 in Legions of Dawn. This is the Trident and destors version. And it is up against Krueger 2 with typical Krueger 2, except for instead of there being Wold weirds, there's the unit of Flying Shrimp. And I've never seen them before and don't know what to think about them. Hopefully I just kill them and don't find out. But we'll see. Pre-thoughts on the game. I think Arcane Vortex is going to be pretty big on keeping Goreshade 4 alive. Same with the Cloud Wall, since he doesn't really have any way of dealing with that besides positioning around it. I'm hoping my armor will be substantial enough to deliver me. Basically, just don't get assassinated, don't lose on scenario are my goals. And this is a pretty dead scenario, and I think that really favors me. If this was Spread the Net or something like that, I think I'd be in real trouble, especially with him going first. But onward. Yeah. So this, he went, and then I went. And then I went to, that's me going to there. Yep, so this was my first turn. Put up Cloud. I did not many feet with the Sentinels on the left. I'm hoping to lose a few so I can get delivered. That Trident is hopefully just going to start sweeping. I want it to very quickly start sweeping its way this way. I'm hoping these Sentinels can help take care of him so it can just start sweeping here. Get some shots onto Krueger, get some shots onto support models, stones, things like that. Start taking care of his jank and just crushing aside. Over here, more or less, I would like my destors to be able to swing way out and come in, so that way Sentinels will have room to charge, but it depends on what he does. And then, just clouds and try and stay alive. So, what he does, gets TK'd, goes into Trident, does a little bit of damage, but not a whole lot. All these guys get teleported a couple inches forward with one of their star actions from the UA. They walk into the clouds and they start taking shots. They don't shoot any Sentinels, though. They all take shots at Goreshade 4. He's a 15 and they are 6, but they're -2 to hit in the clouds. So their 4s needing, 12s to hit? Yeah, sounds about right. Anyhow, one of his hits does hit Goreshade, and he rolls double sixes on Goreshade and does 8 damage to Goreshade right off the bat. So that was kind of shocking and pretty cool at the same time, really kicking this off and making it exciting, since now Goreshade has to exist on his back foot the entire game because, just there's all kinds of ways and random angles to get damage out. Other than that, Celestrial Fulcrum comes up and does a whole bunch of shooting over here. Gallows Grove comes up. Rebuke goes onto this unit of Sentinels, and some sprays come out. And I can't remember if Vengeance was triggered or not. It was triggered because Krueger goes to here and he feats, and he takes everything. I'm going to clear that. He takes everything that's right here and pushes it all back 3 inches. And then there's the -2 speed on it. So that kind of sucks. And we have the awkward sideways picture. And this is where we are, more or less. Those little wall templates are marking what's been feeded on and what hasn't been. Luckily, all my stuff was kind of in a line, so it kind of just got pushed into each other. And yeah, it's go time. Sentinels are going to walk up and start killing these guys and start beating on this little Wold that's in the stance. This Artificer charges through the Trident and slams the Wold Warden over to here. Trident then is coming up and pretty much between melee and everything else shoots it to death. And I mess up and didn't leave between the Artificer. I didn't leave anywhere for him to reposition into the zone. So that was a little bit of a mess up. But it's fine because he can just hover and fly right over the top of the house. Over here, just Sentinels all the way up in there. Sentinels everywhere. And they all get feeded on and they popped mini feet. So that's really good. Destors are charging into the Fulcrum. That Chimera is pretty messed up from a bunch of shots, so it's just going to be an Arcane Vortex now. This Destor charges into the Fulcrum as well, and this Destor is going to come back and stay safe. All my other Sentinels are just getting up and into positions right here. And then Goreshade 4 makes himself safe with a couple of clouds in front of him because I don't want to die. And yeah, so it's a feat turn, and my opponent does not like the way the board looks, does not feel like he's going to be able to get enough done, doesn't like that he can't get rid of Sentinels. So he starts looking for an assassination vector. At one point, I forgot a really important point. There was a stone right here. Imperitus shot it. And so there's no longer a stone there. Because otherwise, his plan was to port Krueger to like right here or something like that, and then, or something along that line, TK himself a little bit further, and then just start sending gunshots into Goreshade to kill Goreshade, who's on a 2 camp, but he's already pre-damaged, so that could actually be bad. But doesn't happen. Instead, what happens is he kills some destors, and he kills a couple of things. Yeah. I can't remember. There was some debate on whether or not vengeance was triggered here. I feel like I remember this Celestial Fulcrum doing a spray and killing one of the Sentinels, and then another Sentinel dying to fire. But it just works out, and I can't really remember, and I didn't mark it, so that was a thing. But yeah, no assassination run, and Krueger just gets over to here and stays somewhat safe. So my turn. My goal is to start clearing this stuff out, get the Trident to sweep as planned, hold the line over here. It'd be really nice if these Sentinels could kill that Celestial Fulcrum. That'd be really nice. And then get Imperitus with a Ghost Walk into Megalith and try and kill Megalith. And then just biggest part of this whole turn, keep Goreshade safe, keep those clouds up in front of him. So Ghost Walk, 2 clouds, and that's what's happening right there. And the clouds are going to be very selfishly just for Goreshade. What ends up happening is Megalith gets damaged a little bit, but mostly Imperitus doesn't do crap. Sentinels over here don't do crap. Trident does its thing and gets to right about here. These Sentinels don't, they clear some stuff, but not really doing a whole lot of anything. And here we are, with light really messing things up and making it hard to see. But more or less, there's this Fulcrum there. There's a Wold Warden, and Megalith is a little bit janked up right there. So, yeah. Can't remember what happened here, but he's still looking for assassination runs. And I'm gonna skip ahead to see. Yep, nope. Basically, he just tries to beat up Imperitus a whole bunch. And yeah, and he kills a whole bunch of stuff over here. So on my turn, this is what it looks like. Imperitus is almost dead. The objective heals him back up, so he's functional though. Phoenix Protocol was triggered. Sentinels, Vengeance, and smack Megalith the rest of the way to death. Trident charges that Stone Shaper and then puts a whole bunch of boosted shots into Krueger. All I remember is the dice being really floppy and not doing anything. And so then Imperitus comes up and boosts 2 hits into Krueger, and I think he hit him once and missed the other. So Krueger's basically still alive is what I'm trying to say. And then stuff just happens over here. Whatever. Oh, and we've got the whole sideways screen thing again. Loving it! So this is where things get interesting. Because I move Goreshade and do the whole cloud thing again. This dude right here, the Wold Warden, TK's Imperitus to right about there. Krueger then TK's himself to right about here, so he can get around that house. Charges Sentinel into this spot right over here, and then shoots a lightning storm at Goreshade. I arcane vortex it with one of my last focus. So he spent 2 for TK and he spent 2 for the last turn. I forgot to mention a turn ago, Celestrial Fulcrum got a whole bunch of shots on Goreshade from really downtown and did pretty well, and left Goreshade on like 2 boxes. So back up to the present moment, Goreshade with 2 boxes. I arcane vortexed his lightning storm. He has 3 focus left. He buys another 2-cost lightning storm. Boost to hit. It hits. It's a POW 10. He's armor 16, 2 boxes, and he rolls the 8 on 2 dice that he needs to kill Goreshade. Dum dum dum. And that was that. Good motivation for sticking games out and sticking them through, even when it's just frustrating turn after turn after turn of what you want to do being shut down. Really good job of sticking it through, and always looking for that win condition, always checking his win conditions, always seeing what he can do. It worked out, and he was rewarded, and that was cool. I feel like I was definitely favored in that game. The only way I felt like I lose on this scenario, specifically this scenario, is by assassination, and he knew that too, and he played true to it and made it happen. If this was spread the net or a more live scenario like Mirage or something, I might just lose on scenario on that feat turn. Not on this dead scenario or something like the pit, but yeah. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm really liking Goreshade 4. I'm really liking the Space Croissants, the Tridents as well. I can't look at this screen anymore. Okay, yeah. There we go. But yeah, it's been cool. I'm really liking Goreshade 4. He feels very powerful. He's got a lot of things really going for him. So thank you for watching, and let me know what you think.